1, the 2-horse No Pedigree, and the 3-horse A Basque Man. Now, the first 2 horses are Louisiana breds. Now, you don't really see Louisiana breds running at Santa Anita, especially this early. You might see them later on when they're trying to get some bonus money in older horse races or starter allowance and whatnot. But you don't see Louisiana breds, at least 2 in the same race, trained by the same trainer, going after, early wins at Santa Anita. So this is very, very intriguing. Now, of the 2 horses of Louisiana breds or the 3 Doug O'Neill horses, I like the 2-horse No Pedigree. Now, No Pedigree has excellent Tomlinson figures. She's a first-time starter. He's a first-time starter. He has excellent pedigree and excellent Tomlinson ratings for the turf. This horse was at Saratoga on September 7th, and on the dirt, worked a 58-3, a 2-year-old working a 58-3 breezing at Saratoga, best of 13 for that day. Now, I don't know where it got into the cards to where this horse now comes west to try the turf, but I really like the lines, the work tab of this horse, the number 2 horse, No Pedigree. I think of the 3 Doug O'Neill horses, I think this is the best of the 3, and I am going to use this horse in my pick 5. As well as the number 4 horse, Commander Kai. Now, Commander Kai actually won at 5 furlongs on the turf at Del Mar after finishing second, beating just a half length. So this gray coat by Twirling Candy is sharp, knows the game, knows his way around the track at this particular distance, although, like I say, this is a half a furlong longer. But once again, got to use this horse. This horse runs on the lead with a clean break. He's going to be on the lead. He's going to take some catching, and I just hope it's just, the 3 horses I use, I hope it's by a horse that has a better price. So that's just kind of like my hoping in that way. And I'm also going to use the 5 horse, Amanzi Mpilo. It's an Ireland bred horse. It's a 2-year-old filly, taking blinkers off. Now, Saez will get on this horse as well. This horse ventures west from Saratoga after running in the Bolton Landing. Irad Ortiz rode her that particular day at a 5.5 furlong sprint. Was bet at 6-1 just a little bit. There was 8 horses in the race. Kind of backed up a little bit. But like I say, look, her first win or first race was at Gulfstream, where she went wire to wire at 5 furlongs on the turf. She was on and looked like she was on the lead or near the lead in this race at Saratoga, pulling. And I think Wesley Ward, the trainer, decided, okay, you're a little too keen, girl. Let's go ahead and remove the shades and see if you can relax a little bit. It happens to be some other speed in the race, so this might go well in the horse's favor. So the number 5 horse, Amanzi Mpilo, is how I'm going to close out the pick 5, along with the 4 horse Commander Kai and the 2 horse No Pedigree. The late pick 5 at Santa Anita tomorrow is going to be races 7 through 11. The 7th race, 7 horses going to run. It's the 1.25 grassy Rodeo Drive. And I'm using 3 in this race. It's going to be a $54 play. And the 3 horse I'm using is the 4 Mucho Unusual, the 5 horse Pretty Point, and the 6 horse Lady Prance-A-Lot. I want to just talk about Pretty Point. First of all, Mikey's going to ride for Patty Gallagher. Now, Lady Prance-A-Lot, the 6 horse, is probably going to be the favorite. The American Oaks at 1.25 last December is the key race I'm looking at. The 3 horses I'm using in this race comes out of that race. Pretty Point was longest that day, but looks like 1.25 is her best distance. She does not have a win on Santa Anita's turf course, which kind of bothers me, but I do think that the pace at 1.25 is just a little faster than a mile and 3/8, and I think this is going to suit her pretty well. The number 4 horse, Macho Unusual, comes out that race as well, where she was beaten just a half a length in the American Oaks when the number 6 horse, Lady Prance-A-Lot, won it. So I'm going to use, like I said, the 4 horse, Mucho Unusual, the 5 horse, Pretty Point, and the number 6 horse, Lady Prance-A-Lot. That's in the first leg, race 7 tomorrow at Santa Anita, the early pick or the late pick 5. Race 8, leg 2 of the late pick 5, the grade 1 American Pharaoh. Touchdown. I'm using the 1 horse Touchdown Brown, the 5 Spielberg, and the 7 Weston. Real quick, I want to talk about Weston, the 7 horse. He's a gelding by Hit It a Bomb. Jaden Van Dyke will ride back. Horse exits the Del Mar Futurity along with the 5 horse Spielberg. When I played pick 3s, pick 4s, pick 5s, and whatnot, I'm a strong advocate of strong races. And if I like a horse that's in a race and I see another horse that's coming out the same race, I don't care if he lost or he was beaten by 3 or 4 or 5 lengths. Even if he was beaten by 15 or 20 lengths, if he was bet and is making an equipment change or something happened, he got in trouble or something like that, I'm apt to use that horse in the same race, that exit the same race. I'm going to also come back with that particular horse. And that's why I like the 5 horse Spielberg. So the 2 horses that come out, the Del Mar Futurity, we all know that's a traditionally strong race. There is another horse in there, the 3 horse Dynamite. I don't like the horse. The horse was very, very long last time. Didn't seem to have any type of trouble except went wide. So I'm going to toss that horse out in favor of the 1 horse Touchdown Brown, who's taking blinkers off. Now, this Calbred son of Cairo Prince is stretching out, but he's very, very sharp. And I like the fact that this horse was well bet in all 3 of his races. I think the distance shouldn't be any problem. Tomlinson numbers indicate that. So I'm going to use the 1 horse Touchdown Brown, the 5 horse Spielberg, and the 7 horse Weston. Race 9 tomorrow at Santa Anita is the Grade 2 John Henry, a mile and a quarter on turf, purse $200,000. This is probably the toughest race in the sequence, in my opinion. You have a lot of accomplished runners here. I'm only going to use 3 horses in this particular race. I'm going to use the 1 horse Proud Pedro, the 2 horse Originar, and the bottom horse, which is the number 8 horse, Oscar Dominguez. Now, Oscar Dominguez is going to be a tough sell for a lot of individuals, a lot of horse players who read the form. They're going to look and see that this gelding comes from way out of it, hasn't won since last December, but the horse has 4 wins on Santa Anita's turf course, albeit out of 24 starts. However, 12 of them were in the money. Has a tough post position, but Jose Valdivia, the rider, is an excellent turf rider. He's getting on him for the very, very first time. And I see the way the pace is developing and the way the running lines are. I really see the number 8 horse, Oscar Dominguez, really flying near the wire. I'm going to pick him on top as my better of the 3. The number 1 horse, Proud Pedro, is another horse I'm using, as well as the 2 horse, Originar, who's come out to Charlie Willingham, the number 2 horse, raced at a mile and a quarter, the same very distance on this very track, just missed by half to the 3 horse United. I don't like the 3 horse Tomorrow United. I don't. I think he's going to get in a pace with probably the 5 horse Salvator Mundi. So I don't like that. I'm looking for horses to come down the stretch and closing in this particular race, and that's why I have those 3 horses. I said, once again, the 1 horse Proud Pedro, the 2 horse Originaire, and the 8 horse Oscar Dominguez. So here we go with race 10 tomorrow, the Grade 1 Awesome Again, a mile and an eighth on the dirt, featuring Maximum Security and Improbable. Now, these races, 5 horse, 4 horse fields where you have 2 really talented runners, and the rest of the field is kind of like just filling out the field. They never really go the way it looks like they're going to go on paper. It just doesn't. It just depends on the pace, the break, and these races are more tactical races won by jockeys and then the ability on the horse themselves. Now, I'm going to say this, and I mean this with all my heart. The key horse in this race tomorrow is the 4 horse Midcourt. Now, Midcourt almost beat Maximum Security in the San Diego at Del Mar. Had the lead. I mean, ran one of the best races that he ever ran in defeat Even races he won. This was an excellent race. Now, Midcourt threw in kind of a clunker in the Pacific Classic against Maximum Security. Did not break well, was fourth most of the way around the track. Now he's trying to chase Maximum Security and didn't have any juice. It just depends on what Midcourt does. If Midcourt is prominent early and gets to pressure Maximum Security and this one horse Take the 101, that's a freeway in California, Midcourt is going to probably determine if Maximum Security is going to go on and win, or is Improbable, the winner of the recent Whitney at Saratoga, is going to win this race. We know Improbable likes Santa Anita. He's 2 for 3. He won the Hollywood Gold Cup on this particular track, got a 105 buyer. Improbable can do pretty much what he wants. I don't think there's a plan for Improbable. I think the plan stems off what Maximum Security does and what the 4-horse Midcourt does. If Improbable finds himself behind Take the 101, he's going to get first run on Maximum Security. If the 4 Midcourt pressures Take the 101, then now you might have a match race with Improbable and Maximum Security coming home together. I'm going to pick the 2-horse in Maximum Security. I'm sorry, I'm ahead of myself. I'm going to take the 2-horse Improbable based on trip. I think, like I said, the horse is proven at Santa Anita. Maximum Security does have 2 sharp works at Santa Anita, so we know he likes the track. We know Maximum Security is the best handicap horse in America, possibly the world. But once again, these races never turn out or never run like they seem they're going to run. I am going to put Midcourt in there as well, and I am going to leave out Maximum Security. I'm betting on probably that Improbable wins the race. But like I said, I think Midcourt is the key, and I would not be surprised if he won either. So I'm taking the 2-horse Improbable and the 4-horse Midcourt. I am leaving Maximum Security out of the pick 5. You heard it here first. The final leg of the late pick 5 at Santa Anita is a mile on grass for state bred straight maidens, purse $55,000, and I am using 2 horses in this race. The number 2 horse in Jest is a first-time gelding. Now, this horse has the best buyer numbers at a flat mile in this particular race. This horse ran 2 so-so races. I mean, these are state-bred horses running a mile on turf. Their buyer numbers are not going to be high. Although the number 2 horse in Jest ran against Open Company at Del Mar, finished 5th, but only missed by 2 lengths. Was bet at 8-1 that day. Like I said, it's a first-time gelding. This is a Doug O'Neill horse for one of his main men, Mario Gutierrez. This horse is going to be favored. This horse runs on or near the lead. I think it's going to be very, very tough to beat this particular horse. I'm also going to use the 3-horse Star of Bluegrass. The Star of Bluegrass was a closing 4th, a fast closing 4th at Del Mar in a sprint against Similar. Bet at 10-1 that day, so not really fancy, but came on as well. Drayton Van Dyke, we know, is an excellent turf rider, better turf rider than he is a dirt rider. This is the kind of horse that he excels on. He moves up very, very much. And like I said, I really think the 3-horse Star Bluegrass will be the biggest threat to the 2-horse in Jest. So 2-horse in Jest, the 3-horse Star Bluegrass. When it's all said and done for the late pick 5, like I said, I think we're looking at, what did I say, a $54 ticket. So $54 ticket, $91 ticket on the first or the early pick 5 at Santa Anita. So hopefully your tickets will be winners. I will check back to you next week. Before I do the show next week, I will go over my selections and see if you and I hit the pick 5. Like I said, you can also use pick 3s in those sequences. Well, I'm not going to change horses because the bet's going to change. So if I like the horse in the pick 5, obviously I like the horse in the pick 3. So once again, I would like for you to thank you for listening, and I will see you again next time on another episode of Thoroughbred Ticket. This is Kenneth Moultrie. You take care and good luck at the races.
This is